So Pro Football Focus ranked the top defensive play callers in the NFL. These are defensive coordinators, obviously. So number 1, Brandon Staley, the Chargers. He's now the head coach. Number 2, Don Martindale, rather. Keith Butler of the Steelers, 3. Josh Boyer of the Dolphins. Todd Bowles and Leslie Frazier of the Bills, number 6. So the Ravens and Steelers, 2 and 3. I would say, in fairness to the Browns, they didn't have the pieces. Joe Woods didn't have the pieces to really call a defense. But two of the teams in the division are 2 and 3.
Yeah, and that's something that's definitely going to be something that you have to prepare for, obviously. And, you saw early on in the season, they were plenty prepared. And, Andrew Berry has talked about in the past the fact that, the Ravens, they're one of the top secondaries. And, with the Steelers, they're one of the top pass rushers. So, these are two different defenses where, they can come at you with a ton of different looks. Obviously, in Baltimore, you have the talent of Jimmy Smith and Marlon Humphrey. And then, with Pittsburgh, we obviously know what happened with TJ Watt. We have countless times seeing him go ahead and get after the quarterback. But I do think that it's going to be interesting to see how these two defenses play out this year, mainly because of the fact that, you saw guys like Matthew Judon go ahead and leave for New England from Baltimore. And then you saw Bud Dupree leave Pittsburgh after tearing his ACL last year against Cleveland. He's going to Tennessee. So I'm going to be interested to see how they kind of mix and match some of these players that have left and who they're having replace them, how they're going to go ahead and deal with those players. So, maybe those guys were up 2 or 3 after this past season, but, like you mentioned, Joe Woods didn't have that same talent last year. Maybe you get him a full season of this talented defense. All of a sudden now you're talking about Joe Woods being up there because, his name was up there when he was with San Francisco, being the passing game coordinator. So he's somebody who I think is going to be a little bit of a riser this year, given the talent that he has gotten this offseason.